My name is Lena Sonia, and I'm an executive assistant by profession. I've worked for over 17 years in administration. One of the major issues I had is I was using the same CV for the different job applications. So it was really hard because I was missing out on the key words that they needed to actually shortlist me for interviews. And then the other one was I just didn't understand why I was not called back. So it was either the way the CV looked, it was too wordy, it was 7 pages. So that maybe might have been the reason. So I had to reduce it to something really quite just straightforward, and if someone sees my achievements, what I've done. The other circumstance I had was the salary expectation with the companies was a little bit not my style, if I can say that. Work on my LinkedIn page. Because that page is just plain. I had a picture, but it was too also official, and you're supposed to show your personality. When someone sees your picture or sees your profile, they would want to talk to you. The first picture was just straight, and then there was no background picture that gave my personality as a person, as if they see they'll be like, I think I have an idea of the kind of person Lena can be. And then my dashboard was just plain. There's a dashboard where you just write the kind of person you are, or what you do, or your professional capabilities. So mine was just, I'm an administrator, and I needed something catchy. I blog, I have a podcast, I write, I do stuff, so why not put it there? And if anybody reads it, they would actually understand me as a person just by looking at my profile picture. So that's one thing I left that workshop with. Never settle for less. That's one thing. Natalia and Grace were always pushing. You know your worth. Make sure you stand and make people understand that you are worth a certain amount and you can't go below that, because you know what your capabilities are and what you can bring to the company. You're actually helping the company by them employing you, and not the other way around. So once I had that in my mindset after the workshop, I had to think differently about the job market. I had to tell myself that I don't need them, they need me because of all the experience, all the things I have to offer. So that was another thing that was important that I think everybody should know about. I got rid of the boring profile on LinkedIn, and I put a nice picture, a smiling picture that it's professional but also catchy. The other thing I did was I did the whole I sat down with JustWorks, and we now did my CV algorithmically, and also my LinkedIn page same, and I was able to now understand the connection between what the employer is looking for and how my CV should look like, because it was just plain. I was just writing words, and that really helped, because then I was even able to understand what the company needs. The other thing I got was my interview, how I approached my interview. After I had the workshop, what happened was you kind of have this confidence. It's like you grow wings. You don't become overconfident, but you have this level of confidence that makes you understand what you're supposed to deliver at an interview. Not lie, but just be true and just be yourself. So I remember when I was having that workshop, Natalia and Grace were talking about how to negotiate your salary, when to do that. And one problem I was having before was I would talk about my salary expectation the first day of the interview. And that I noticed kind of put off people. And I was like, okay, so now after the workshop, I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute. That's not a good thing, because then it's like you're going on a date and you're doing everything at the same time. Just give yourself time so that you're called back and then negotiate and stuff like that. So that was really important for me to actually know. The other part I learned was how to know the difference between an influencer, who is the person in the company. Example, fine, who's an HR in the company? Do they have a right, not a right, do they have the ability to say the final word about your hiring process? Or who is the influencer and then the key decision maker? So it now taught me, even if you're going for an interview, know about these people and who you're supposed to actually pursue. So you do your history well. So you get a job, you see a job on a job board, you learn about the company, yes, the companies that you want to work in, like whichever, depending on your industry, it can be Google, Microsoft, Oxfam, IBM, whatever. Learn about the company, and not just learn about it, like click about us and read, like someone told me, like an obituary. It was more of know what they do, be part of that company, read and know about it. So there was that part that I was always doing wrong. I was always just copy and pasting about us. So that as well I took out from the interview, from the workshop. What are you waiting for? Where have you been? Are you living under a rock? Contact Just Works now if you need a job.